So I'm making this video because my friend requested it, and it's one of the most asked questions that I've had in the years of training service dogs and stuff. My girl is not a service dog yet, but I am training her, and so I'm getting this question asked a lot more also. There are 3 types of working dogs that I'm going to talk about in this video. We have emotional support dogs, service dogs, and therapy dogs. Service dog is a dog that is trained specifically for their owner to do various tasks to make their life easier. A therapy dog is trained to deal with a lot of situations. They're used in hospitals and schools and stuff to visit kids, and they're used to being pulled and prodded and poked in the eye and not aggressive at all or will react at all. An emotional support dog doesn't have any training usually. I mean, it doesn't require any training. And I say that because I know some people get their emotional support dogs trained, but the rule is that they don't need to be trained. You get a letter from your psychologist or psychiatrist saying that you need one, and then it allows you to have that animal in a place that doesn't allow pets, like a home and airplanes. The primary reason for them is to have companionship and for someone who's not okay living alone. Service dogs are for one person. Emotional support dogs are for the home. Therapy dogs are for large groups of people, usually. Most of the fake service dogs that you see out there are emotional support dogs who have no training, that slap on a service dog vest and are taken in public. The problem with service dogs is that there's no such thing, which is hard for people to understand, but there is no such thing as getting a permit or paperwork. There's no proof of having a service dog. So you basically can just take your dog in public and put a vest on, and then people think it's a service dog. Proof can be considered, so when you go into an establishment, the manager or whatever will come up to you and they can ask you 3 things. Is that a service dog? Yes. What tasks do they perform for you? You don't have to show them. And I forget the 3rd one. Basically, they can't be what's your disability? Why do you need one? Show me why you need one. Things like that. That is not allowed. If you brought a fake service dog or an emotional support dog pretending to be a service dog in public and they were unruly, you can be kicked out. If you had when I had Tilly, we almost got kicked out. I mean, they looked at me and I left. They pretty much would have kicked me out because Tilly barked at another service dog. Because service dogs are supposed to go through rigorous training and distractions and so much stuff to prepare them to be in public. So when you just take any old dog and say that it's a service dog and it doesn't act right, that's when it becomes a problem. I heard that they're gonna try to be a lot more strict, actually make emotional support dogs be trained. I say dogs, but most of these can be various different animals. But I'm focusing on dogs because I have Mama. And if someone tells you that you cannot bring your service dog in, that is not being unruly. That is just being a service dog. As soon as you walk in, they say no. That is against the law. May fly inside the airplane with their disabled owner, service dog, and emotional support dog. Which is another thing emotional support dogs are for. If you're a nervous flyer, you're allowed to have your animal with you. So when you go to like an airport, you have to show them your letter from your doctor that says that you need an emotional support dog. For a service dog, they ask you the questions. Is that a service dog? What tasks do they perform? And I don't know why I can't think of the other one. So I guess it's just those 2 questions. I thought there was 3, but I'm on the website for the ADA. So it says, is the service dog required because of a disability? What work or tasks do they perform? They're not allowed to request any documentation because there's really no such thing. And they're not allowed to require them to demonstrate a task or ask about the disability at all. The ADA does not require service animals to wear a vest, which is important, an ID tag, or a specific harness. This is all mostly because you're allowed to train the service animal yourself. You're not required to go to a professional or an organization or whatever. I still feel a little funny about vests. And I know a lot of working dogs like see their vest and think of it as work, or like they get trained to recognize the vest, like, oh, I'm working now. I have a friend I actually had 2 friends who have a pet that started just performing tasks on their own, and now they trained them to be a service dog, which is kind of like what's happening with Mama. I wasn't planning on making her a service dog, and now she's shown me that she's capable of it, so now I'm going to train her. I think that's all I got for the different types of animals. I'm going to delve more into what I'm training Mama for and what type of tasks that I need and all that kind of stuff. So we are working on hopefully having Mama being a balance assist or mobility dog. I typically use a rollator, which is basically a walker with a seat on it. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's got zebra print on it. So instead of me lifting it up, putting it in my car, I would now just hook a harness onto her and she would keep me balanced. I cannot sit on her though, which is a little iffy because obviously I'm not going to sit on her. Also hitting elevator buttons if I do have my rollator, and hitting handicap buttons. So since I have POTS, P-O-T-S, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, I have trouble with bending down and standing back up and all that stuff. It causes my blood to pool in my legs, my blood pressure to drop, and my heart rate to skyrocket. So she will pick up things that I drop. If I'm having a bad episode and I'm on the floor, I'm going to hopefully get like a mini fridge that she can open with or maybe even just the bigger fridge, but open with the towel and then grab a Gatorade and then bring it to me. Maybe some salt too, because that would be nice. Because there's so many times where I've been on the floor and I've like tried to crawl to just like get something to help me. Yeah, so I mean, if someone were to ask me what tasks does she have, I would say mobility work, pressing buttons, and retrieval. But she's got zip right now because she's not a service dog. On her vest it says in training, so technically they can kick us out because she's in training and she's not fully a dog. Most people are okay with it, but if she were to, bark or cause a ruckus, we would be kicked out. Okay, I forgot some tasks. I'm looking up Google. This is why I Google, because they help me remember things. So like you guys saw, she likes to lay on me. It's more like, so it's more for her, I would think. She wants to be like cuddled, but when she did it, when I was at IV Fluids, like I just gave into her doing it. It was so comforting, like to me. And then I started thinking like, maybe we could train this into deep pressure therapy for depression and stuff. And something that you can't train, but I think she might be able to do it, is alerting. She already like seems to sense things about me, and you just gotta reward her for that kind of stuff. They can help with like anxiety attacks and stuff, but I have a lot of panic attacks, so she'll be able to sense when I'm not doing good and will comfort me. But if you liked this video, I hope you did. I am currently training her. I know I've said this in a couple videos, but just gotta promote it, you know? I'm training her right now to be a service dog, so if you would like to support and help us, the link will be in the description. If you like these kind of videos, give this video a thumbs up to let me know. If you like book videos, challenge videos, vlog videos, makeup videos, whatever, feel free to subscribe. I'm Taylor, this is my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!